Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me today. Today guys, I am going to make some homemade, well, semi-homemade chili. And I say semi because I'm going to use this S&W Chili Makins Original. And I'm not going to, do my beans from scratch. And this is pinto beans in a rich tomato sauce with chili pepper, garlic, onions, and other spices. But I'm just not going to eat it like this. I'm going to add my ground beef, probably most of this. And then I'm going to taste this to see if I'm going to add any more spices. Probably though. I meant to get stewed tomatoes, but I got diced tomatoes. This is no salt added, but it has basil, garlic, and oregano. If I have to add more spices, I'm going to make a mixture of chili powder, cumin. I'm going to put a little garlic powder, not salt, a little minced onion, or you can use onion powder. I'm going to use ground red pepper, and if I want a little bit more heat to it, I'm just going to use some crushed chili. Now, I don't have much left, and I have to get some more, but I think what I have would be plenty. So, first I'm going to cook my ground beef. And, let me start over. This is being Marilyn Gale. If you have not subscribed to my channel, you can do that now. And if you like this recipe, give me a like. Okay, so I sprayed some Pam into my cast iron skillet. And guys, you can put olive oil or a little bit of canola oil in it. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sprinkle, not a lot, but maybe a half a teaspoon of kosher salt. And I'll taste everything. It's better to use a little bit of the salt because you can always add it in. And taking away the salt, no, not taking it away. And I'm going to add some, I'm going to add some black pepper to it. I'm a pepper person, so, add it to taste. And I'm going to let that brown. When it's almost brown, I'm going to take some of the oil out, and then I'm going to add my, I didn't have green pepper, so I'm going to add my red pepper. And I had a half of a large onion, and I used about 3/4 of that. So, like I said, I'm going to brown that, and I'll be back. Okay, my meat is browning nicely. My ground beef. You can use ground chuck. You can use Beyond Meat. The plant-based, if you want. It will work out the same. Okay. So I poured my beans in a saucepan, and I'm going to pour this in the pan. Not with the meat, but with the beans. And remember guys, when you're using your pan, when you're using your canned goods, I know you guys know this, but I will say this for the people who don't, cook a lot. Always wash the top of your cans off. Like I said before, they're in the warehouse and little creepy crawlers will walk on them. So let's just add it to, not add any more, you know, I guess bugs are protein. You know what? If some people want to eat a bug, you know, that's up to you. But even the bugs that people will eat, I don't know. I guess I would do it if I was starving, but you know I'm not. So I don't want no bug residue or rodent residue. So clean the tops of your cans. That's all I'm trying to say. Clean the top of your cans, and also wipe down the can opener, the part that goes into the can. Unless it's a pull off, wipe that off. So it won't transfer bacteria. Okay, I'm going to add my red pepper. And my onion to the hamburger mixture. And guys, actually, you don't have to add as much of this as you want. The onion and the green pepper, red pepper, yellow pepper, whatever you're going to add. So I'm just going to let that cook down a little bit. It's going to cook the rest of the way in with the diced tomatoes and beans. Okay, what I did is I put all my seasoning in, and I'm just going to, I'll probably just use all of that. But if you make more, just sprinkle a little bit at a time, taste it, and then see if you want more. So, and this is not a lot, and if I want more of something, if I see that, okay, let me add a little bit more cumin or whatever, then I can do that. Okay, so I got my beans. I took my meat and my vegetables off. Here's my beans and my diced tomatoes. I wish I had stewed tomatoes. I like it so much better, but that's okay. And then I'm just going to sprinkle my seasoning in there. And guys, when we finish this, you know, after I taste it, you can make this a day ahead of time. The next day, you know how leftovers are. The next day, all those spices going to be all incorporated in this chili. And they have packs of seasoning. So if you go to the store and you don't have everything and you don't want to fool with, you know, the different spices, you can go on and get the chili seasoning. But before you pour that whole packet, if you get regular beans without all that seasoning in it, then fine. But if your chili already have some seasoning, you know, put a few tablespoons or a couple of tablespoons in it at a time before you, you know, don't just pour the whole packet because it might be too spicy or too salty. So right now I'm adding my hamburger or Beyond Beef, whatever you have, using, because you can certainly make this a vegetarian meal. And I'm putting all of it in. Like I said, I used like 3/4 of the hamburger, and I'll probably just eat that tomorrow or another day. Make me a little small hamburger. Or if you want more hamburger in, you can put it the whole thing in. Let me pick this up. And guys, I always make too much, and I only have 1 can because it's just me. You can adjust it for your family if you have a larger family, but I'll probably freeze some, you know, eat it for a day or so. If I have any left, I'll freeze the rest. So look at that, look at that, look at that. I'm gonna cut that down to low and let that simmer for about 20 minutes. I'll check it and see if I need some more seasoning. Probably not. And you can make some cornbread with this. I love cornbread and chili, but you can also, you know, pick your favorite cracker and eat it with crackers. And guys, that is it. It is not ready, but because I want the seasonings to just go throughout the whole pot of chili. And like I said, that next day, if you're cooking it for the next day, though, it's going to taste even better. So there you go. And, well, I'm going to taste it. I want a little bit more heat. Okay, what I did is I added a little bit more of the crushed, a little bit more of the crushed peppers. A little bit more of the chili powder, and a little bit more of the red pepper, crushed red pepper. Well, not crushed, ground red peppers. I'm going to put a lid on that, and that's it. And guys, make this. It doesn't take a long time. If you want different things in your chili, if you're used to having you can put spaghetti in this, you know, make some spaghetti and then I'll pour the chili on top of spaghetti. Oh, chili spaghetti is delicious, but I'm not going to do that. Anyways, or maybe I will tomorrow to make it a little different, but today I'm just going to have me a nice bowl of chili, and usually I wait until the cool days to make chili, but you know, you can do that. I make stuff whenever I want to, whether it's cold or hot. When I used to eat chitlins, I would wait for the cold months, not summer. I don't know. To me, that's just one of those cold weather dishes. But some people eat it year round. I don't eat it anymore. It just makes me feel bad now. My daughter loved chitlins, but she hasn't had it in so long. It doesn't bother her anymore because she's allergic to it. She get a fever, she get a rash, you know, the whole bit. So maybe that's a good thing. But my son still loves it, but he hasn't had it so long, he probably don't even think of it. But anyway, there you go. Thank you for joining me. I'll be back with another recipe, but I'm gonna let this cook for 20 minutes. And then I'm gonna have me a nice bowl of chili with some crackers and get a big glass of unsweetened iced tea with lemon. So anyway, guys, try it. You don't need all that sugar. Sweet tea. And you know, you guys that are diabetic, you know, you can acquire that taste without sugar in a lot of things. So anyway, thank you guys. I'm not gonna preach. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Have a good evening.